What's going on, and welcome back to another adventure. As you can see, we've been making a little bit of progress off camera. We have some initial furring strips to go in for some framing. It's not yet complete, but we're almost there. These are essentially just mounting points for cabinets slash the bed frame, as well as place to mount our cedar planks that we've bought. As you can see, we have our subfloor. It's about a ½ inch of plywood. We got another 4x4 piece to fill in this area. So the first plan of action is to get this piece cut and fitted. Alright, as you can see, we cut out a little bit of a template. Then we're going to be able to just trace this outline directly onto the plywood. Let's make these cuts. Alright, now that we made this cut, let's go test fit. Alright, so after a whole bunch of trimming, it fits like a puzzle piece. It's alright that there's gaps in between. We want airflow to be able to get in, get out. It'll dry any moisture. So yeah, what we are going to do next, we bought a 4x4 sheet that's still about a ½ inch. And we're going to be doing the same exact thing. Just cutting around the wheel well here. And then we're going to be using liquid nails to adhere this down. So before we stick these pieces of plywood down with liquid nails, we're going to clear out the bottom of the cargo area. Alright, now that we got the back of the van cleared out, it's time to actually put the subfloor in. We got some liquid nails here to adhere that plywood to the floor. Let's go. So it's the next day after we got the subfloor in. Today we're going to be just tackling finishing out the framing and maybe potentially start hanging up some panels for the walls. I went ahead and already got some of the framing laid out already. I'm just going to be installing a crossbar on this main center rib right here, as well as finishing up the ceiling in these spaces. So let's go ahead and get started. The roof came out with the frame strips. I think it worked in my favor to cut these into separate sections right here because it's going to maintain the curvature of the ceiling pretty well. So the tongue and groove paneling that we have are 8 feet long, 1/4 inch, made from cedar, and what we need to do is cut about 1 foot off of them, so we need to cover about a 7-foot space to start off with. Let's get cutting. Nicole's first time chopping some wood. This is what it's looking like so far. So it seems like once you get the first couple in, everything becomes a little bit easier. You kind of figure out the angle to slip these in together. Yeah, I'm pumped. It's starting to actually look great. Making some major progress. The hardest part about this project, the ceiling in the van that is, was getting the very first board completely straight, because that determines all the rest of them, and then connecting where the fan ends and starts up again, this board right here. But besides that, it's been pretty easy. Well, that's gonna be it for today's adventure. We got a lot done. I'm super pumped with how this cedar ceiling came out. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.